Hey Geminis, this is going to be your reading. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start with my What's the Tea deck, okay, and then we will use the tarot to clarify what these oracle cards say. Okay, a lot came out. Hold on. First card out, fishing for comments. You know, I really hate this card. I really do, because it gives someone who's wanting to talk to you only to get like information, right? Or you could be fishing for comments. You could be fishing for people's comments. You could be the one fishing for, looking at people, what people are saying. I think you may be with the wolf in sheep's clothing here. You may be looking for the wolf in sheep's clothing. You could be really suspicious and in your head, over analyzing, stressed, and overthinking. What is this fishing for comments? Dodging bullets. Okay, I feel like here maybe you're trying to, like, in some way, like you're looking for reasons to dodge bullets. You're trying to maybe see what type of time people are on. Maybe you are checking people's temperatures. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like you're checking somebody's temperature here, Gemini. And checking somebody's temperature, I feel like you're trying to see like what type of time they're really on. I feel like you're trying to see what someone is really about, or what is the reason for something. Wolf in sheep's clothing. So this could be, like I said, you may be trying to, it says drama starter. Bad reputation. Maybe this is someone that starts drama. Maybe you are starting the drama. Show me some more about wolf in sheep's clothing. Because I do feel like you are fishing for comments, but I do feel like this is you in a wolf in sheep's clothing as well. Maybe you're checking your own temperature. Are you checking your own temperature? Feels like this feels like, Gemini, you're thinking something when it has to do with yourself, especially within your head. I don't really feel like it really has anything to really do with other people. Maybe you don't realize that it really doesn't have anything to do with other people. Maybe you have been checking people's temperatures. Maybe you have been in the energy of, like, maybe pointing the finger. Maybe you have been in the energy of arguing people, cussing people out, quote unquote standing on business. And I think maybe you are realizing that you are the drama. There may be a situation here where you are the drama. That's funny. Okay, let me see what else is going on here. Crying over you. Caught a case. Dusted off. I feel like, Gemini, when people deal with you, I feel like they really be in for a rude fucking awakening. I really feel like, I don't know if Gemini, this feels like you are maybe a little bit reckless right here. This feels like maybe you've been a little bit reckless. I feel like air signs readings really be a lot on them kind of thinking about themselves and really thinking about their actions a lot of times. That I noticed, or maybe that's just how I perceive air energy. But yeah, it feels like you have been causing issues. Okay, what's the shine? This crying over you here feels like somebody else. Maybe this person feels like, okay, we'll caught a case right here. Maybe this person does not realize it, or maybe you don't realize it. I feel like this person here feels like when they dealt with you, I feel like they really got something attached to them or something here. There's a situation here where when people deal with either you or somebody that you are dealing with, it really feels like they are being like almost haunted. Like being with you is almost like haunting, or maybe this is how you feel. It's like a trap. It feels like you're gonna have, like, it feels like it's put like a curse on you or something. It feels like you get caught up in a trap, you get bound into them, like just people just can't really, you know, not deal with you. You may be stalking them, stuff like that. Like it just gets maybe really, really toxic, you know, in the relationships that you have. This is just how people perceive you. Maybe this is why you may be doing this little introspection, because you recognize people perceive you as like the drama starter or the bully. Look, hooked. I'm telling you, like I feel like you definitely get people hooked into your bullshit, or somebody really has people hooked into a lot of shit with them. It's like a lot of shit that come with you. Like you are a handful. Ego, you're very egotistical, very mean, very hurt, very easily hurt. Girl, like to argue, especially Gemini. I know y'all like to use your words and cut a bitch down. Yeah. Okay, let's use the tarot to see what's going on. But yeah, I feel like you're being enlightened by something though. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull 3 cards. And that will be the main energy here that we will use for the tarot. Ooh. Okay. First card out is, oh, it's upside down. This 9 of Sticks. You are tired, exhausted, you're tired of fighting people. Maybe you've been fighting a lot. Maybe you really are seen as a threat by a lot of people. A lot of people are maybe scared of you, feel threatened by you, feel threatened by your presence, to talk to you. Look, that 7 of Sticks. Yeah, you definitely are tired and exhausted of being guarded. I feel like this is not really energy that you really want to be in. Maybe with this deck here, it talks about family a lot, or the symbolism is hoodoo, so it's a lot about, you know, generations and lineage and stuff like that. So with this here, with the 9 of Sticks coming out and the 7 of Sticks, I need some chapstick. I feel like this is something that has been taught to you. Maybe you've had to be very aggressive. Maybe you've had to be very mean to people. You've had to really stand on business. Maybe where you come from, like you really couldn't really be soft. Like, honey, you will get chewed alive in this motherfucker if you were soft with whatever kind of environment that you've grown up in. Sorry, y'all, but my lips were so dry. And I'm gonna keep licking. And licking them until they feel better, and they're not. Okay. And that ain't gonna last for so long. So either way, 9 of Sticks, 7 of Sticks. One more card for the main energy. Ace of Coins. The Sun. Okay, so we got the 9 of Sticks, 7 of Sticks, and the Ace of Coins. Okay. What is this Ace of Coins? Remember when I said this Ace of Coins here, what I'm getting into it, remember, like, this is a piece of the pie. And this was your piece of the pie that you was given. Out of all the stuff that you have in your family could deal with drugs, your family could deal with, you know, abandoning their kids, whatever the case may be, all type of stuff that your family, you know, trauma that y'all got. I feel like your piece of the pie, like I said, is this defensiveness and this guardedness. Like I said, this is definitely something that has been passed down to you, or something you had to do to survive. Let's read the Ace of Pentacles. Let's read more about this piece of pie here that got people not really wanting to deal with you, or get very, you know, very hesitant when dealing with you because of your reputation. It feels like your reputation precedes you here. Gemini. Knight of Wands. It comes from anxiety. Like, this feels like you could be the kind of person where you'd be like you walk up to them like, hey girl, and they're like, what's wrong, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really like come and be nice to this person, because, or to you, Gemini, because this feels like you always kind of come out very aggressive or very antsy or very sharp at the tongue, but I think you do this because you just kind of already thinking. I feel like you have a lot of thoughts going on at one time. Maybe you don't really know how to express it. Maybe you're learning to express it. Yeah, you are. With the Aunt Carol here, this is like the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like this is kind of like, this is a state of, this is like confirmation. I mean, this is something that you've been dealing with and healing from. So I don't feel like this is something that, you know, you want to continue to do. I think this is just confirmation on what it is that you've been feeling, or just a little deeper dive if you haven't really been able to kind of maybe pinpoint where it comes from, or whatever the case may be. So let's keep going. Let's see what I want to read. Let me see the Nine of Sticks. Let me use my other deck. I really feel like you're really kind of self-conscious here, Gemini. I think this is one thing people don't really recognize about you, is that you really are not maybe as confident as people think you are. I feel like maybe you are realizing that, or you haven't been. You're realizing that it is a facade. What's the Nine of? I feel like you think this thing here has been holding you back. This Nine of Wands, this exhaustion. You feel maybe you have not, you know, gone as far as you have. Maybe you realize how you're always maybe carrying these demons with you, and you haven't realized that maybe it's gotten in the way of a lot of opportunities here with the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving knight, so you may feel like the things in your life move very slow, or it's just really not much to show. But with the Sun here, I feel like this is being very illuminated. It is hot, and it is going to be happening in the summertime, and maybe during this Mercury retrograde, this is what's happening and what you are turning inward and looking at. Yeah, especially with the Sun, because we are in the dead set of the summer, if y'all haven't noticed, especially if you're on the East Coast. I think we've noticed. Knight of Swords. I feel like you're about to get up and moving. I feel like you're about to have a burst of energy. I feel like you're about to have a burst of enthusiasm, initiation. You go, okay, yeah, I know what's going on. All right. You know what I'm saying? And then you're about to get to it. I think you're about to get to work here, Gemini. Seven of Swords. Is this Seven of Swords? This may be strategy here. Maybe about to be very strategic. Like, I feel like, Gemini, once you heal this anxiety that you have, and you heal this, now you understand, you know, why things have been very difficult, because you are just very guarded, overthinking, maybe a little bit angry, always checking people's temperature, stuff like that. Once you realize that, with this Seven of Swords here, even though the Seven of Swords can sometimes be depicted as a negative card, I feel like right here it's not. Like I said, I feel like this is you shaking and moving and getting to it. Okay, last card. I feel like this needs to be the last card. Okay, I have these Six of Wands. Okay, hit my cash out for that one. Okay, the Six of Wands. Yeah, that's it. And the Magician. Yeah, you about to alchemize here, Gemini. You about to heal this little wound, honey. Send this thing packing and go about your business. Okay. Like, comment, and subscribe if the reading resonated, and I will see you in the next one.